video right here that I'm about to record is people gonna be upset. They're gonna be dislikes, unsubbing, unfollowing. All I ask of you is just hear me out. Just hear me out. Real quick, editing this video. Just saw the Rising Star roster. If you haven't seen already, it's this. Okay, World versus you. Who cares? NBA. I understand we in last place, but you mean to tell me not one of our rookies, not one of them deserve to be on this list? Not one. I mean, one of them got Rookie of the Month in December. Another one was, top 5 in scoring for a majority of the time. Oh, and the other one, I don't know, leading in blocks in rookies, and also, I don't know, top 3, top 4 in field goal percentage. NBA, come on now. Don't be like that with the Knicks. Come on. Well, I saw Lonzo was on the list. We're talking about him in this video. He's probably going to still be injured, so maybe, one of our guys can replace him in the game. I don't know. I'm upset. Anyways, all right, here's your video that you're okay. What's good, CK Crew? It's your boy CK2K here, and welcome back to another video. That's right, back-to-back videos, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out here like Drake, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out here like Drake, dropping them back-to-back. That's like 3 years old. How old is that damn song? But yes, man, I am continuing off of the hype that is the Anthony Davis trade talks right now, mainly because the Knicks are not doing anything great. Now, I want to say this is the last thing I'm going to touch on when it comes to the Anthony Davis trade, but who knows what happens, because breaking news, the Knicks are very up there in the rankings of getting Anthony Davis, apparently. All the trades that we're seeing right now are definitely circled around Kristaps Porzingis and the pick. I've also seen some scenarios where we still keep the pick, but we get rid of KP, and there's just all kinds of craziness. All I ask, okay, because I don't have any control. Personally, I'd like to keep what we got, grow from what we got, and do the trade scenario I'm about to present to you guys here. What I really feel like our rightful place is in this trade is to be the third team. Yes, I think we should be the third wheel in this trade deadline. I'm not 100% sure. I just had the idea in my brain when I tweeted it earlier. A lot of you guys are agreeing, a lot of you guys are disagreeing, but basically I feel like we should be the third team in this trade. Let me explain. We all know that primarily it's going to be the Lakers and the Pelicans, right? That's what everyone thinks is going to happen. That's what everyone's pretty much banking their money on. I mean, Vegas is out there putting the highest odds are on the Lakers picking up Anthony Davis. So rah. But we also got some small reports the other day about Lonzo's team, aka Papa Ball, saying that they would like for him to be on a team with a less established point guard where he can be the leader, he can be the starting point guard and be able to go out. Now, I said in my last video, that's nonsense, because the reality situation would be that he would still be the starting point guard there. Elfrid Payton's a good player. We know about Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday's been playing a lot of two guard the last few years. I think that's where it would stay. I think him and Lonzo playing alongside each other would be fun. But for the long term, I wouldn't see why New Orleans wouldn't start him at the point guard. So I think ultimately that trade, that was them saying, please don't send my son to please don't send Lonzo to New Orleans, which I get, because New Orleans, once Anthony Davis is gone, as much as I love the Saints, that's my team. The basketball side hasn't been doing very well, and it's sad because it's ran by the same owners, but that's neither here nor there. Gail Benson, I love you to death. RIP Tom, but that's not what this video is about. I want to present us to be the third team in this trade, okay? Let me explain. Before this Anthony Davis stuff even came into the picture, we were already looking to unload Tim Hardaway Jr., Nez Kanter, and or Courtney Lee, and now also Trey Burke. So my thought process is, hey, why not be a part of this deal and take Lonzo Ball from them and have him be a part of our future? Now, a lot of my Lonzo haters, chill out. Just let me get through this before you give your I hate LeVar Ball and all these other things. Hey, okay, I'll get through them. I understand the many reasons why a lot of the Lonzo haters won't want him on the team, but there are a lot of people like myself that agree that this would be the move. Now, the very first thing you hear when I talk about us putting a trade in for Lonzo Ball, a lot of you are probably thinking, oh, so you're giving up on Frank? No, I'm not saying that, but at the same time, if I'm to choose one or the other, as much as I strongly believe in Frank, I feel like Lonzo has already shown that long-term he's going to be a star. Now, in the media and in the public perspective, a lot of fans and stuff probably don't believe that because they've never watched a Laker game in their life or watched Lonzo play in their life. But if you ask
almost any NBA talent, any ex-NBA player, any player that's in the NBA right now, every single one of them are very sold on the fact that Lonzo's gonna be a star. And that's because if you watch the game, Lonzo plays the game the right way, especially at his position. Now, ultimately, we need to get rid of people off the books like Tim Hardaway Jr. and Enes Kanter. Courtney Lee would be nice as well, but I feel like I'm centering this more so on Tim Hardaway Jr. and Enes Kanter because I feel like they're the ones that would be of value to be a part of this 3-team trade. The 3 teams would be, once again, the Los Angeles Lakers, New Orleans Pelicans, and our New York Knicks. But ultimately, I want to talk about why I feel like we should at least try to attempt to be in this trade, and maybe they can make it work out financially to get like a Tim Hardaway or a Courtney Lee to be a part of this. But this is why I want us to pursue Lonzo Ball. Now, I know that with Frank Ntilikina and Lonzo Ball, their playing style is very similar. They're facilitating defensive guards. But the difference is Lonzo Ball, as much as it's not believable for a lot of people when you see highlights and stuff like that, Lonzo Ball is going to be a little bit more offensively inclined. Mind you, it's only year 2, okay? And his shot has already improved very, very, very little bit. But it has improved confident-wise and as far as percentage-wise. He has been known to be a shooter. He could score, check any tape. He averaged 20 points in high school, shooting at the NBA 3. Same thing in college. It just hasn't translated to the NBA. Just because it hasn't translated in year 1 and year 2 doesn't mean it never will translate. It's been done in the past. I can go down the list. Steve Nash, Gary Payton, John Stockton. There's so many players that the same thing where their first few years it was rough, but then that didn't ultimately define the player that they become in the long term. And a lot of people who in the beginning of his career who were comparing him to Jason Kidd, it's pretty accurate. I mean, Jason Kidd jumped off relatively early. I mean, he had 2 years where he was a little bit low, but then he jumped off and he had like 18 points per game in some season. He was doing big things. And I feel like Lonzo Ball, as we saw in his last stretch, he has the potential to do very similar things. When he puts his mind to it and he plays his game and has a guy like David Fizdale, Coach Fizdale, that's going to allow him to play his game. It's going to give him the minutes because Fizz will give Lonzo Ball the minutes as long as he's doing the defensive end, and Lonzo Ball is known to do the defensive end. And we got a special guest. You want to say hi? Yes, nah. Daddy's just recording. It's no big deal. Tell them that you think Lonzo Ball should be a Knick. Yeah, tell them that you think Lonzo should go to the Knicks. Cheese. Yeah, we can give him cheese in New York. I love that girl. Again, by this point, probably everybody left the video and left dislikes because they're like, we don't want Lonzo on the Knicks. We don't want LeVar Ball on the Knicks. Now, again, it's very similar plays in Lonzo and Frank Ntilikina, but at the same time, they're both facilitating players, and I feel like those are the kind of point guards that we need. They're facilitating defensive guards. In today's NBA, I get it. Every point guard is a scorer as well as a point guard and stuff like that. But not many of them are defensive minded when it comes to playing the point guard position, and especially when we're gonna have Kristaps Porzingis, that's offense that's gonna demand the ball. Kevin Knox, that's going to demand the ball. Best case scenario, saying we get Kevin Durant, he's gonna demand the ball. Whoever we draft is going to be an offensive minded guy, whether it be Zion, whether it be RJ, whether it be Cam Reddish, other than John Morant. But see, if we do this trade, we don't need the John Morant. And I can openly say, I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree with me, but I'm taking Lonzo Ball over John Morant. I'm sorry. John Morant's frame and his Lonzo Ball to me has a bigger upside than John Morant. I get it. His vision is great, but Lonzo Ball's vision is great as well. Both of them are very shaky from the three-point line. John Morant has probably the athleticism over him, probably a little bit of the umph that a lot of you guys want. But to me, the overall for me with Lonzo Ball is a little bit higher than me. So if I would rather make this move, especially if all we got to give is like something like a Enes Kanter or like a Courtney Lee or any of these guys that we're already trying to get rid of to get Lonzo Ball, I'm doing it. And I feel like this would be the time to jump in on this. Now, let me slow down a little bit. I know I've been saying a lot of stuff and you guys just sitting there like, yo, CK, you are bugging. I'm very old school when it comes to the point guard position, you know, like a Gary Payton kind of guy. Like those kind of players are the kind of guys I'm a fan of. All those names I named earlier, like a Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, like those are the kind of guys that I would love at the point guard, especially with the guys that we're putting around them, like Alonzo Trier, like, you know, like I said, KP, like all these guys are offensive minded guys. And if we just have the point guard that can put the ball in their hand, Lonzo is perfect in the pick and roll with a KP, with freaking Mitchell Robinson. Like, To me, this would be a dream steal if it's something that we can realistically do. Honestly, I don't expect the Knicks to do this. I would hope that they're on the phone with this. I know they're heavily trying to get Anthony Davis, so that's obviously the thought process and the goal that they're looking for. But to me, I just feel like the Lakers and Pelicans are so heavy on this. It's already been said that Lonzo's looking for that third team. And again, I know he doesn't have that much pull, but I feel like it would be something that if I'm the GM, I'm on the phone at least trying like, look, we're looking to move this and this. You're going to have a lot of open spots. Let me throw in Tim Hardaway Jr. and let me throw Nez Cantor to you guys. I just feel like it's something that would be worth looking at. To me, I feel like the potential of both of them growing up together, being the back, one, I would start Lonzo, having Frank at the back. I think that would just be something that would be very, very, very underrated. I know it. I know what you guys are saying. Offense, Lonzo can't shoot. Frank can't shoot. I get that. But when they're surrounded by guys that can shoot, that is more important. We have a guy that can rebound the ball at the point guard position, both of them, but especially Lonzo Ball, and get the ball down to a Kevin Knox that'll already be down there filling the lane. Kristaps Porzingis, the same thing. We have guys that would be able, that are not looking for their own stats, are looking to get the other guys that are stat guys that are trying to get. It's just, to me, the perfect situation. But here's the part that I'm not looking forward to. I'm leaving it to you guys. I know I'm expecting a lot of hate. I'm expecting a lot of people to disagree. This is probably one of the wildest and most outrageous things that I have probably said. But think about this one for a little bit. Throughout this entire video, I've been throwing Lonzo Ball clips from high school, college, and right now. I just really think that we need to get on Lonzo Ball while the overall perspective of Lonzo Ball from the outside perspective is low. So then we can have him and reap the benefits when he becomes the high once again in the league. Because I truly, truly believe that this kid is going to be special in the league. And you just got to watch 2 games with him playing to see the upside. And if you're just looking at the jump shot, then you're missing out on the total package that this kid has. Now, again, this is it. That's my only plea for Lonzo Ball. If it so happens Scott Perry, David Fizdale, or my man Steve Mills, and y'all watching this, hear me out. Make the call. See what you guys can do. For my Knicks family, my CK crew, this is going to be one of my more outrageous things. Let me know if you truly agree or disagree. I'm ready for all the hate. I got my bulletproof armor. I'm ready for it. What I love about our comment section is everybody has their opinion, but we hear each other out, and that's what I love about this. And I hope you guys are hearing me out, and I would love to hear you guys out in the comment section below. Y'all been killing it. We're back on track, back from New York, back to uploading. Appreciate you guys so much. Let me know I'm crazy. Let me know if you agree. I'm ending it right there. As always, follow me on my socials. Actually, I don't know where I put it anymore. I moved it down because I like it down here now. But follow me on my socials. Everything CK2K. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that bell. Hear me out. Just hear me out and let me know what you guys think about this. Again, we probably ain't even going to even think about offering this or getting into on this, but I think it would be a good idea. Lonzo Ball to the Knicks. Come on now. Bring the 2 God to the Knicks. And LeVar, you can come too, man. Say whatever you need to say. We don't care about, we ain't listening to you right now. It's the Mecca. We got a lot of mouths that are out there right now. We got the other Alonzo Trier's mom out there. Kevin Knox's dad is pretty vocal. But LeVar, you want to come on down? Come on, bring it, man. You and Spike Lee can sit down next to each other talking about why your son's great.
You're going to be better than Steph Curry in the NBA.
I'm done. That's my piece. Be nice to me in the comments. Actually, don't. Bring it to me. I'm ready. I'll be right there ready to attack in the comments. Just hear me out. I'm out of here. Let's get it. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out of here. Let's get it.